Meanwhile, the British royal family and scandals, they say, go hand in hand, from unruly divorces to unceremonious abdications. They've seen it all. The latest scandal to hit the royal family was the exile of Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. They've sat down for a series of interviews and opened up on their struggles as senior royals. Critics say it's a desperate call for attention. Our next report traces the royal mess in Buckingham Palace.
I have found it impossible to carry the heavy burden of responsibility and to discharge my duties as king as I would wish to do, without the help and support of the woman I love.
Love or duty? It's a question every British royal faces. Some, like King Edward in 1936, chose the former. But in British royalty, choosing love means choosing exile. Almost a century later, history repeated itself. A fairy tale gone sour. Prince Harry's marriage to Meghan Markle was celebrated all over. Many thought the royal family was coming of age. After all, Meghan was a woman of colour and a divorcee. Would the family that heads the Church of England embrace her? The answer was an emphatic no, driven by frenzied tabloids and left to fend for themselves by the royal family. Harry and Meghan called it quits. They wanted privacy, they said, but barely a day has gone by without their mention in the news. And then they sat down for a tell-all interview. The last time a British royal gave such an interview, it was a car crash in slow motion, so royal watchers are rightly concerned.
I think they're possibly looking for a bit of sympathy, because some people are very much on their side, and some people, particularly in this country, are quite angry at what they've done. And I also think that it's perhaps a bit of a calling card for them. That, they are in America, that's where they're now planning their life, as far as we know, for the future.
Prince Harry reportedly talked about his mother, Princess Diana. I'm just really relieved and happy to be sitting here talking to you with my wife by my side, because I can't begin to imagine what it must have been like for her going through this process by herself all those years ago. In a separate interview, Prince Harry was even more candid about his exile. He says the royal duties and what they entailed were destroying his mental health.
We all know what the British press can be like, and it was destroying my mental health. I was
Really?
like, this is toxic.
Yeah.
So I did what any husband and what any father would do, is like, I need to get my family out of here. But we never walked away.
But the House of Windsor is striking back. You don't rule Britain for 100 years without an appetite for battle. A recent report in British media accused Meghan of bullying staff at Buckingham Palace. The royal rebuke was stinging. An independent HR probe has been ordered. It's a battle of narratives, a battle to win the support of the British public. Meghan denies the allegations. She says the palace is peddling falsehoods. In the midst of these scandals, the royal family is also dealing with a very real problem. Prince Philip was recently hospitalized. He's undergone heart surgery. Behind the gates of Buckingham Palace, it's a game of power and tradition. A lot less bloody than the Middle Ages, but equally cutthroat. For the public, it's primetime entertainment. Once the news report ends, they can catch the repeat too. It's on Netflix. It's called The Crown. Bureau Report, WION World is One.
WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.